तुझको बुलाए, दिल की सुने और दिल की सुनाए, यूं ही याद की डोर को जोड़ तुमसे, यूं ही याद की डोर को जोड़ तुमसे, लगन की अगन को लगाया करूं, लगाया करूं, लिखुटी की कुटिया में बैठे ही बैठे।
Om Shanti, good morning, welcome back to Pavitrata series on purity, episode 7 today. Let us start with a few words from the Raja Yoga teachings. And the songs that we just heard, one of the verses was, this body is a mandir, is a temple for the soul. And it is through this temple of the soul, it is through the body that we can experience meeting the Supreme Soul. It is such a beautiful line of love, the meeting between soul and the Supreme Soul. This is a teaching from the 6th of January 1990. Today, the Father, the ocean of knowledge, is seeing the gathering of holy swans. Holy swans, such a beautiful image of that amazingly beautiful and pure birds that are the swans. Holy Hansa in Hindi. In Hindi, a swan is Hansa. So God is looking at the souls and is seeing a gathering of holy swans. Holy swans are souls with cleanliness and specialities. Cleanliness means purity in thoughts, words, actions, and relationships in everything. The color white is always shown as a sign of purity. You, holy swans, are ones with white clothing and a clean heart. That is, you are embodiments of cleanliness. Now, purity means cleanliness. And that's why the symbol of a holy Hansa, holy swan, is a symbol of complete purity and cleanliness. Constantly to be without a flaw in body, mind, and heart means to have cleanliness. No matter how clean and pure some may be in their body, which is external, if they are not clean and pure in the mind, it is said, first of all, keep the mind clean. So both are required, body and mind, to be clean. God is pleased with those who have a clean mind and a clean heart, and together with that fulfills all the desires of those with a clean heart. The speciality of a swan is that it is clean. This is why you, Brahmin souls, are called holy Hansa, holy swans. Brahmins are those who are now interested, dedicated, surrendered to study with God. That is a definition of a Brahmin, of the one who has love for knowing God. God being our parent, our friend, our companion. We want to know to whom we belong. That is what it means by Brahmin soul, someone who has that interest, that passion, that love for studying with God. So God is saying, you Brahmin souls are called holy swans, are called these pure Hansa, these pure swans. Check and see, is there any cleanliness in all the four aspects of mind, body, heart, and relationships in me, the soul, who am a holy swan. Complete cleanliness and purity are everyone's aim at this age. This is why you Brahmins who are to become worthy of highest regard are remembered as those who are completely pure. It is not simply said viceless, but it is said completely viceless. It is said 16 celestial degrees full. That is a measure, the moon when it is full moon, we say it has 16 celestial degrees, it is complete. And that's why we say about the soul is 16 celestial degrees full, completely pure, viceless. It is not only said 16 celestial degrees, but complete is said with that. It is your form that is praised, but when did you become that? During your Brahmin spiritual life. This is a time right now when we become completely pure, completely viceless. This is the only time right now. It is now or never. The time now, the confluence date, is a time to become that. Therefore, check to what extent, that is, to what percentage have you put cleanliness in your behavior, that is purity. So cleanliness, a symbol of cleanliness, is this swan, this white bird, which is remembered in our cultures. In our scriptures, in Bharat, in India, the symbol of Saraswati. Saraswati is a goddess of knowledge, and there is a blessing in Bharat. May Saraswati live on your tongue, which means may Saraswati be on your tongue. So whatever words you are saying, may that words be full of wisdom, full of knowledge, helpful to others. So Saraswati is a goddess of knowledge, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess of everything that comes with a certain reason, with vivek, with logic, with reasoning. And this Saraswati is depicted, is shown as traveling on a holy swan. Her vehicle is a holy swan. She is shown with her decorations being seated on the holy swan. Why? Because the one who wants to have that wisdom, the one who wants to have that knowledge, the one who wants to speak well, if anyone is in school, or if anyone is right now on Facebook and they want to speak to others, the basis, the foundation of that knowledge, of that wisdom, of that clarity of mind and words is purity, is cleanliness. That's why Saraswati is shown traveling on this holy Hansa, holy swan, because her foundation, she is riding the swan. She is a master of that cleanliness. Anyone who wants to have that wisdom, that knowledge, they have to be able to be on top of that cleanliness. Cleanliness is a foundation. Without cleanliness, complete cleanliness, we cannot have a good word for anyone. We cannot have a good intellect. We cannot have a clear mind without cleanliness. So Holy Swan is a symbol of that cleanliness, of that purity, complete purity. You don't like a bird that has gray feathers. The cubs of the swans are gray at the beginning, but then all their feathers are changing and they become white. That complete cleanliness. No spot, no stain, whatever stain we see anywhere, it has to be cleaned, it has to be removed. That's why this teaching is emphasizing complete cleanliness, completely viceless. And we are starting, we said there are 4 aspects of this cleanliness mentioned in this teaching. And the first one is the cleanliness of the body. So we are aware this body, what is this body for the soul? The body is a mandir. Mandir means a temple of the soul. And this body is not common, is not ordinary. This body has been entrusted to us by God Himself. God Himself has given you the gift of this body to use it for the spiritual task of awakening ourselves and awaken others. So this is a very special vehicle. The body is our vehicle, is a vehicle of the soul. So the body deserves to be that holy Hansa, that swan that is completely clean. We start that cleanliness, of course, from the outer aspects. And one example that comes to mind is an example of a clan. There is a caste, there is a clan in Bharat, in India, which are called the Vaishnavas. And the Vaishnavas are a clan of Brahmins. They are involved with studying about God, and they are priests. They are involved with that caste that become priests in the temples, and they do lots of rituals and practices to worship God. So Vaishnavas have that background of spirituality, of bhakti, of devotion, and they have an extreme attention to the cleanliness of the body. They are very much dedicated to understand the etiquette. They call it the etiquette of our behavior, the divine manners. There has to be etiquette in everything we do. If we truly are aiming for complete cleanliness, for complete purity, completely viceless, those Brahmins are devotees. They don't have the knowledge of God, but they do have the bhavna, they have the heart, they have the love, they really want to fulfill God's will, which is only possible now with knowledge. But even without knowledge, they have that love, and they understand that cleanliness of the body is the first and foremost step. So Vaishnavas are saying, this spiritual life means cleanliness. This life means to be very, very clean, inside and out. Inside, they say, we are chanting, and also we are hearing what others are saying. And outside, we bath 3 times daily. It is a very simple rule. As a spiritual student, we take care of the body. There is at least 1 bath, and there is bath after every time we use the bathroom. So it is that kind of attention. And they say bathing has to be there at least 1, 2, 3 times a day. The qualifications of Brahmins, as they understand in Vaishnavas, are peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities which the Brahmins, those who follow a spiritual life, they are using. They are not a few, they are quite a few. And then there is a definition that one of them was giving, Ralph Waldo Emerson. He is a scientist who studied the Gita, and he said, every man I meet is my superior in some way, in that I learn from him. It's a good example of etiquette. So Vaishnavas and ourselves are spiritual students, we study with God, but this caste as well, this clan of Vaishnavas, they say every man I meet is somehow superior because I learn from him. That is their etiquette. Etiquette means, how do I conduct myself in this world, including the body, and what others are seeing is first they see this appearance. There is etiquette in relationships, etiquette in treating women as mothers, etiquette in dressing, in management, in public, in holy places, in not eating too much. That is a very simple etiquette. If we really want to have an etiquette of this body, how do we dress the body? How do we walk? How do we sit? And how do we eat? How much we eat? Many spiritual students will stop at eating. There is a big attraction still towards food. But let us start with the cleanliness of the body. We said being able to wash the body, to cleanse the body. And in another place, they are saying, at least in the morning when you get up and the evening when you come home, take a bath. It is a very simple etiquette of keeping the body clean. And the bath actually is very healthy. The more often you take bath, it actually balances your body metabolism. There are many advantages actually in this contact with the water. And the metabolism of the body, these 5 elements, the body is made of the elements. Soul is subtle, is incorporeal, is eternal, and it is seated in this vehicle, in this temple that is the body. And the body in contact with this element of water, it helps the metabolism of the body. We're going to be able to sleep better, to eat better, we will be able to concentrate better and to meditate better when the body is clean. Pouring water in the body has a very healthy effect. So not only pouring water on the body externally, but also drinking water. That is also a matter of cleanliness. We understand that the organs of the body also have to be clean. So all the organs inside the body, coming from the brain, heart, lungs, kidney, liver, bloodlether, everything in the body has to be cleaned. And when we drink that water, we are aware. When we drink that water with the awareness of the soul purifying the 5 elements. God and the soul together are purifying that water. It is not the other way around. It is not that the water purifies the body, but the soul, the pure, awake soul, is purifying the 5 elements, is purifying the water, the air, the earth, the space, and the fire. And when all these elements are purified inside the body is clean, is pure, is at rest. The body can rest and can be the vehicle for that soul, for that incorporeal, subtle, divine child of God. So in order to connect, we want to connect our intellect to God. We want to be in that union. The pure soul has a mind and the intellect connected with God. But for that connection to take place, this mandir, this temple, has to be completely clean. A temple, when you go into a temple, you see complete cleanliness. They wash the stone. They wash each and every stone with so much attention. It is made of marble. That marble is cleaning itself, but that act of washing it is the same as our body. We wash the body externally, and we start to be aware of that cleanliness inside. All the organs are clean inside. And further down, there is an example of how we dress. And the body, we were saying yesterday as well, we were giving the example of Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, a great inventor, a scientist, a man of great spirit. And he was telling his employees, he was defined as the absolute celibate. Absolute celibate, he was never interested in anything else in his life but science and inventions. And he is a symbol of electricity. He invented alternate current electricity. And it's so spiritual in a sense, because our connection with God, the connection of the soul and supreme soul, is almost like a current. The soul is connected with the supreme soul. And Nikola Tesla invented alternative current electricity. So Tesla was telling his women working in the factory, Miss, why did you dress in this way? Why are you so much under the influence of the designers? How can you go out in this dress? And he said, take a car, go back to your home, change your dress, and come back as soon as possible because I need to send you to the bank. And I cannot send you to the bank wearing this dress. So the spiritual student who is aiming for that complete purity, complete cleanliness, completely viceless, is very much aware of the dress. And this example from the Vaishnava caste, they were giving the example of a factory in India. In that factory, everyone was from that group, from that clan, and they were wearing their dress, a white tilaka, called a dress that is quite simple. Until one day, when in that factory, the management changed completely, and someone from a different religious background came, and they decided you cannot wear that dress anymore. No one should wear it. Please wear a dress that is neutral for everyone. Next day, all the employees came with different kind of dress. Only one employee thought, I'm going to wear still my white tilaka dress. I will give it to God. If God wants to help me to go through that management decision and the manager will not get angry with me, I will take the risk. He took the risk. In that day, the new manager gathered together everyone. And he said, everyone came in a different dress today. Only one man came with the same dress. I will respect that. I will allow that soul to continue to wear his dress. Everyone else should wear the new kind of costume. So that kind of awareness, that kind of love that you have, that kind of vow, we were speaking yesterday about the pledge, the vow that we take. We take that firm vow of chastity. It is a soul that wants to take that vow, that promise of celibacy, promise of purity, promise of brahmacharya. That promise involves attention to the cleanliness of the body, bathing the body every day, once, 2 times, 3 times a day, whenever it's required. That attention to the clothes. Our clothes are simple. Some of us are wearing the white clothes because we can see when there is a stain on white, you see it immediately and you can remove it. And whenever there will be that energy of a vow, of taking a promise, everyone else will accept it eventually. At the beginning, they will ask you, why are you dressed like that? Why are you not dressed like we all do? Why are you wearing all that clothes that completely cover you? Are you not aware that you are a woman or a man or whatever is a fashion? Why are you not following the fashion? Why don't you put some makeup? Everyone will ask you. You will go at work and they will say, Ioana, why don't you dye your hair? Why don't you color your hair? It's white. Why don't you put some makeup? You look terrible today. They will say, why don't you wear different kind of clothes? These clothes don't suit you. This color doesn't suit you. You should wear some colors. Everyone will tell you that. At workplace, in the family, friends, on the street, everyone will complain. But you have to take that determination of purity. Remember the symbol of the Holy Swan. You are not ordinary. You are the most pure souls who are riding the most pure vehicle, the Holy Swan. You, the soul, are the Holy Swan in a body that is a Holy Swan. There is only cleanliness and purity about you, the soul. There is only cleanliness and purity about the students of God. God Himself is rewarding you with His love, with His company, with His upliftment. There is no one else who can give you the peace, the love, the happiness, the wisdom that God is giving you. All that He is asking you at this time is please remain pure. Become pure by understanding that you are a soul. Understand that you are a soul and remember me, your Supreme Father, your Supreme Companion, your Supreme Husband. So in the following days, we will look at the cleanliness of mind, heart, and relationships. Today, we looked at the cleanliness of the body, the Holy Swan. Let us listen one song and finish with that. Thank you for listening.
Salona sarasiro